Flooded roads, stalled traffic, and a city forced to slow down. But while Nairobi battled heavy rains last week, a new story has been unfolding on the skyline, and that's the future of office spaces in Kenya. Is the Nairobi office market finally turning the corner? So in this week's Cytonn Weekly, we explore the Nairobi metropolitan commercial office outlook and the trends shaping the next phase of the market. I'm your host, Sharon Busuru, and joined with me today are our Cytonn investment analysts, that is Sylvia Kamau, Ryan Macharia, and Ruth Margaret, and who will walk us through the key developments in the office sector. So to start, Sylvia, on fixed income, so Treasury bills remained oversubscribed for the sixth consecutive week, yet the government only accepted about 41%. So with this in mind, of the bids received, how does this help explain the relationship between strong investor demand and the government's borrowing strategy?
Oh, thank you, Sharon, for the question. So for the oversubscription for the bids has been oversubscribed for the sixth consecutive week, indicating that the investors' demand for government securities is very strong. However, when the investors submitted the bids, the government only accepted only 41% of them. This showing that the government is strategic on how they are borrowing. So first, the government can reject bids that are demanding higher interest rates, and this is because they want to reduce their borrowing costs. So therefore, the oversubscription shows the strong demand for the government securities, and the government taking the low acceptance for the bids show that the government is strategic on how they are borrowing to reduce the borrowing costs.
Thank you very much, Sylvia, for your insights on fixed income this sixth consecutive week. We'll be moving on to equities, Ruth. So the equity markets declined during the week, largely due to the losses in large cap banking stocks like Absa Bank Kenya, Standard Chartered Bank Kenya, and the NCBA Group. So what does this tell us about the market's performance dependence on few large stocks?
Well, for market-weighted indices such as NSE, they're weighted by the market capitalization. So if a company has a large capitalization, if it declines even by a small percentage, the decline affects the major part of the indices. So it brings down the index with it. Yeah.
So thank you very much, Ruth, on your insights on the equities declining during the week. We'll head on to Ryan on real estate. So several infrastructure developments were announced during the week. That includes the expansion of the Standard Gauge Railway and the new road projects. So how do such infrastructure investments typically influence real estate development and property demand?
Thank you for that question. For example, if we take the SGR expansion to Malaba via Kisumu, it will help develop logistics hubs, special economic zones along the southern corridor, also help support the intra-country trade among Kenya and Uganda and other neighboring countries such as South Sudan. So if we were to take the Kura building the BRT along the Outer Ring Road, it will help support the infrastructure, the traffic movement along Nairobi, and also support economic growth along those areas. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ryan, for those insights. So as the Nairobi office market continues to adapt and transform, it's very important to stay informed, and you can do that simply by following us across all our platforms. That's YouTube, LinkedIn, X, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram to stay updated on our Cytonn Report that's posted every weekend on Sunday on X and LinkedIn. I've been your host, Sharon Busuru, and thank you very much.